Hello, all. Welcome back to another session by Digital Titans, and this session is going to be about the bidding options in Google AdWords. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to make this video was because I get asked this question a lot of times, and a lot of times people are often confused about what automatic versus manual bidding is versus what a target CPA or a target return on ad spend. The whole thing gets confusing when people look at these things together, and one of the reasons I made this video was to clarify these things and to help people understand the clear differences between each of these bidding options. So let's begin. Now, Google Ads, which is the new name for Google AdWords, now Google Ads bidding options are as follows. Now, before we even begin, we need to understand what's the bidding in Google Ads. I mean, when you talk about bidding, what do you actually mean? Now, a lot of people have tried to explain this using a lot of examples, but the simplest way that you could go about looking at what a Google bid means is how much are you willing to pay for your Google ads to attain a desired goal that you have in mind. Now, as you may already know, as an advertiser, you have the flexibility to pay for clicks, you can pay for impressions, or you can even pay when somebody converts on your website or they perform a desired action on your website. Now, while you're paying for either your clicks, impressions, or conversions, you can also decide how much you want to pay. I mean, what is the amount that you have in mind based upon the tools or based upon your business goals? How much are you willing to pay per click or per thousand impressions or for a conversion on Google Ads? That's all Google bidding. Now, that's exactly what Google bidding means. Now, there are two levels of Google bidding that one needs to understand. The top level is the broad classification of bidding, and there are two types of bidding. The two kinds of bidding that you have are automatic and manual. Now, automatic means that you let Google decide how much is suitable for your desired goal, and Google goes ahead and optimizes your bids or bids exactly what is required to attain your business goals. Now, let's say every $1 I spend on my Google Ads, I want to get a 5% or 500% conversion. For $1 I spend, I want to get $5 return on my ad spend. If that's my goal, I need to choose automatic bidding so that Google automatically increases or decreases my bids to attain the goal that I have in mind. On the other hand, I mean, it also means that there is no manual intervention needed. You don't need to do anything manually. You don't need to fluctuate your bids. You don't need to increase or decrease them. They get automatically done when you have opted the automatic bidding option. Now, the second option, on the other hand, is the manual bidding option, where you decide how much you want to spend, and Google, under no circumstances, would go beyond the amount that you have specified. Now, in this example, as a business owner, you let the system know that I wouldn't want my bids to exceed a dollar amount of X. Now, you decide how much this is, and Google ensures that you won't be charged more than the dollar X that you have chosen. Now, the second level of bidding, and this is very important to understand because this is exactly where people get confused about the whole thing. Now, you need to understand that automatic bidding is classified, or there are a lot of other options under automatic bidding. So, if you look at the screen here, now when you choose automatic bidding, now if you look at under the bidding option in your campaign settings page, there is something called as automated bid strategies. Now, these are bid strategies, while automatic and manual become your bidding options. Now, under automatic bidding option, you can go ahead and choose a set of flexible bid strategies depending upon what the business goal is. Now, automated bid strategies have things like target CPA, target return on ad spend. You can maximize clicks, you can maximize conversions, you can target a search page location, target outranking share, enhance CPC, and things like that. Now, in all of these options, the very simple forms of automatic bidding are maximizing clicks and maximizing conversions. There is nothing you do here. You just say that maximizing clicks is my goal, and Google bids automatically so that you get the maximum amount of clicks for your ads. The same thing happens when you choose maximize conversions. Now, where it gets confusing is when you choose the other options, like what a target CPA or a target return on ad spend. What do each of these things mean is what we will be going ahead and discussing. Now, manual bid strategies, there is nothing much to explain. You just go ahead and tell the system that manually, this is exactly how much I want to bid, and I wouldn't want Google to exceed this amount. So that's how manual CPC works. Let's step into the details, and let's say I have discussed all of these automated bid strategies, like from target CPA to enhance CPC, one by one in the next few slides. So let's look at what target CPA is. Now, with target CPA, Google sets the bids to help you get as many conversions as possible at a target CPA that you have set. Now, let's say you have a product which is priced at about 100 rupees or $100. Now, my target CPA, which means if somebody purchases this $100 product, I am okay to spend $20 for in return if that's my goal. Now, you need to set a target CPA of, let's say, $20 because that's your target CPA. And at a target CPA of $20, I am okay to bid so much. Now, with the target CPA that you have set, which is $20, Google sets the bids to help you get as many conversions as possible while maintaining your CPA at 20 and not exceeding that. Now, you have told the system that this is my target CPA, and Google sticks to that and automatically fluctuates your bid to attain the conversion pricing that you have in mind. Now, that's target CPA. Now, if you look at how it works, we wouldn't have to read through the whole thing. If you just look at the first few lines, you will understand what it means. Now, using historical information, I mean using the history of your ads and evaluating the different auction times and different auction parameters that Google has, target CPA bidding will let you find an optimal bid for your ad each time it's eligible to appear. Now, while you have set the target CPA as $20, now Google automatically keeps that in mind and starts looking at the optimal CPC that you should bid to achieve your business goals. Now, then AdWords sets these bids to achieve an average CPA equal to your target across all campaigns by using this strategy. Now, not just that, you don't have to do it every time. You can just set a bid strategy saying target CPA of $20. Now, that's my bid and I wouldn't want to pay more than that. Now, Google automatically sets your CPAs as the target CPA as 20 and will help you get as many conversions as possible. Target ROAS. Now, ROAS stands for return on ad spend, and that lets you bid based upon a target return on an ad spend. Now, let's say this is the example that I was talking about. Now, for every dollar that I spend on my Google ads, I want a value of $5 in return. So, what's the percentage that I want in return for my ad spend? It's 500%. Now, if you set your bidding option as target ROAS and you specify what is the percentage of return that you're expecting, Google will try and help you get those kind of returns. Agreed, it is not as simple as it looks, and it is not guaranteed exactly how much you get in turn, but at least Google is trying to do you justice by getting a desired return on ad spend that you have. Now, I've listed down an example here from the Google Help Center. If you look at it, that makes a little more sense, which is, now let's say you have for your online campaign, you have a women's shoe store and you want to optimize your bids based upon the value of the shopping cart. Now, let's say your goal is to achieve $5 worth of sales for each dollar that you spend on the ads. Now, that is 500% as we have discussed before. Now, if you look at the math, $5 in sales divided by $1 in ad spend, the percentage is 500 target ROAS. Now, when you try to set the target return on ad spend in the bidding options, you go ahead and set a percentage of 500% so that AdWords will automatically set your CPC bids or the bids to maximize your conversion value while trying to reach your target spend return on ad spend of 500%. Moving forward, then we have something called as target search page location. Now, who doesn't want to show on the first page of Google AdWords? Everybody wants to show their ad on the first page of Google. Now, if you have a product called, let's say, book flights to Canada, and if you are a travel operator, now undoubtedly you would want to be shown on the first page of the Google, of course, and if possible, show on the first listing, right? Because first listings are perceived to be the best listings. Now, what this kind of bidding lets you do is it automates the bidding process so that the multiple campaigns that you have, they show your ad on top of the page or at least on the first page of Google search results. Now, if you say my target search page location, which is the first page, I would want to bid so much so that my ad stays in the first page or in the first position. That's exactly what you do here, and by choosing this option, Google will go ahead and bid some amount so that your ad is eligible to show in the first page or in the first position as such. Now, if you look at how it works, now Google Ads automatically raises or lowers your bid to show your ad on the top of the page or on the first page of Google search results. Now, this strategy works with campaigns targeting only the search network. Now, this is something that you need to understand, because there is in display campaigns, when you talk about display campaigns, there is no search that's happening. Nobody is searching for your ads, and certainly there is no question of ads showing in the first, second, or third positions. The positions game is only as far as the search network is concerned. Now, if your goal is to make sure that the ads show in the first page or in the first position of Google when somebody searches for any of your keywords, you go ahead and choose this kind of bidding option, which is target search page location. Please understand that this is not a guaranteed placement. I mean, nobody promises you saying that if you choose this option, your ad will show in the top position. Obviously, it depends upon how much you're bidding, and it also depends upon the competition. And Google definitely tries to show your ad in the first position or first page, depending upon all the other factors like how much you're bidding, what's the competition, how is your account structure, and all the other factors. Then you have target outranking share bidding. Now, this type of bidding lets you decide who do you want to outrank. Now, if you let's say you're Amazon and you have another website which is let's say eBay. Now, obviously both of them are in the same space, and obviously both of them would have similar keywords. Now, if I am Amazon and if my goal is to make sure that at any point in time I want to outrank eBay.com, which means I should always show on top of eBay.com, I can go ahead and choose ebay.com as my domain that I want to outrank, and Google will try and bid the amount in such a way that I would always be able to outrank eBay, or at least try to outrank eBay. That's exactly how this works. And also understand this can only be done for one domain. You can't do it for multiple domains because it doesn't make sense. Now, if you look at how it works, Google Ads automatically raises or lower your bids to help your ads outrank ads from another domain, which is eBay in this case. Now, this works only with campaigns targeting the search network, obviously, because there is no position game in the display network, and you can only target one domain to outrank for each bid strategy. Now, you set a bid strategy and you say, with this kind of bid strategy, I want to outrank another domain, which is eBay, which is my competition. That's exactly how this works. Now, I would also want to talk about something called as enhanced CPC. Now, though this operates on a semi-automatic level, now you need to understand what this means. Now, enhanced CPC has a typical tendency of looking at your account history and deciding if there is a chance of conversion. If the chances of conversion are high, it will automatically go ahead and increase the bid. And if the chances of conversion are less as per your historical data, it will go ahead and reduce the bid so that it optimizes the bid and saves you that amount of money by not showing high bidding on all options always, because that is obviously not a question. Now, if you have a chance of conversion which is high, now Google goes ahead and increases your bid. And in case when there is a chance where the keyword might not convert based upon the history, there's no point in bidding high in this case because the history shows that the keyword will not convert. So in this case, Google goes ahead and decreases your bid. So that's how it optimizes your bid, by increasing when there is a chance of high conversion and decreasing the bid when the chances of conversion are low. Now you can also look at the example, but I would want to help you understand that there's a chance you might get confused enhanced CPC with target CPA. So unlike target CPA, I mean, which automatically sets bids based upon your target CPA, here the bids get increased when the chances of conversion are high, and the bids get reduced when the chances of conversion are not as high based upon your account's historical performance. You could also look at the example here which says you sell shoes on your site and you have set your maximum CPC for $1 and you have the enhanced CPC bid turned on. If you have turned this option on, Google sees an auction that looks likely to lead someone to buy shoes on your site. It will increase it to 1.70, though you have set your max CPC as 1. And if there is no chance of converting, or if there is no probability of that keyword to be converted, from $1, Google system using the enhanced CPC option will reduce your bid to 30 cents. Now this is exactly how it will increase or decrease bids based upon the chances of your conversion. Then you have the manual bidding option, which is simple. We have already seen that. And let's also go ahead and see how to get this option in your AdWords account. Now, this is my AdWords account. Right now, if you go to campaigns, now these are all my list of campaigns. Let me pick any campaign. Right, I go to settings of the campaign because that is where I can set my bidding options. Now, if you look at the bidding options here, these are my bidding options. Now, if I want to change the bid strategy, I would come here. This is the let's say select a bid strategy. Now these are all the options that we have discussed so far. Now you can choose whatever you want. Now let's say if I want a target CPA thing to be done. Now target CPA, I've decided now based upon my target CPA, Google will go ahead and increase or decrease my budgets. Now return on ad spend, I need to specify what would be my what do you say that. Now let's say go back. Now let's say I don't want any of these clicks. Now let's say this is optional. I can give a maximum CPC bid. Now this is where I will go ahead and use a portfolio strategy. Let's say 10. I'm just showing you how you can, change your bidding options in general. Now you can change the target return on ad spend, or you can go ahead and say enhance CPC, and you can just select your search page location. Now, do you want to show it on the top of the first page results, or do you want to show it on anywhere on the first page results? Now you can set a bid strategy like that. Now you can go ahead and say that there is one domain I want to outrank, and you can specify the let's say ebay.com is something that I would want to outrank, so that Google will try and show my ad always above ebay.com. And then you have something called as enhance CPC. As we have discussed, based upon your history, it will increase or decrease your bids. Now that's how you do these things. And if you don't want to do any of the automated bidding options, you can simply go ahead and say manual CPC, right? If you want enhanced CPC, you would have to switch it and save it, right? Now one important thing that you have to remember is, in case of AdWords options where CPA is concerned, now target CPA is concerned, where you want. So in all the options where you have target CPA, please understand that you have to set up conversion tracking, and without conversion tracking you will not be able to choose these kind of bidding options. And in case you have selected conversion tracking and you can use any of these bidding options, that's how you use the automated bidding options. And if you want to use a manual bidding strategy, this is exactly what you choose, which is manual. I hope you were able to understand the different options that we have discussed, and you know what to do. If you have any questions, please reach out to us if you have any questions. And if you have liked the content, please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Digital Titans, or please visit our website, which is www.titans.digital. Cheers.